And welcome again to another session from High Vibe Channeling. This is our second session for March 26th, and we have the distinct pleasure to have the Divine Love Collective of Heidi Slater coming to really lift us up. Everything comes from the heart. It's an amazing energy if you get a chance to experience it. And Heidi herself is an intuitive energy worker. She mostly channels and does her energy work for her personal growth, but she does like bringing this out into the public a little bit. And her spiritual journey accelerated when her guides brought themselves into her awareness in 2018 to teach her more about love, forgiveness, peace, joy, and presence. She started with automatic writing 2024 and then soon after picked up the vocalization. And she has met her Pleiadian sisters, light beings from Orion Nebula, angelic beings, guides, and many more who just stopped by to communicate and may not have left a calling card. But I know it's always a joy for us, and it always comes from the heart, and it is all for our benefit, healing, and higher good. And thank you again, Heidi.
It could just be my loved ones that are just enjoying the afterlife and playing different roles. So that's a possibility as well. But so I wanted to say, as you know, I'm exploring channeling, and so in the last couple times that I have channeled for myself, I was asking, I'd like to try a little bit of a different format, more of a conversational, maybe less of the somatic. And they said, well, we don't want to squash your somatic channeling. But we can work with you to have more of a conversational. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm leaving it open. I'm accepting however whatever comes in. But glad to be here and thank you for the opportunity to explore this with everyone, and thank you for being here and being willing to ask questions, and yeah, hopefully you will enjoy. So I'm holding I'm holding a crystal. This is, it's got, you won't be able to see too many, maybe you can. Oh, yeah. It's got a lot of triangles in it. And when I picked it up about a half hour ago during the last session, the first thing I got was just joy, just so much joy from this, um, the consciousness that's coming through. Um, and the information that is in here, that's another thing I got an impression of, that it's carrying information. So I have never picked it up before for this, but this time I just felt like I should, and so I'm going to do that. But the first message that is coming through is one of support and love. And the message that they want to give all of us is that during these exciting times of 2027 and 2028, they want us to know that they are here to be with us. They're right next to us. They are doing this with us, and they are supporting us, and the love that they have for us is immense, and they can feel our love for them. Even if we're not aware that we are sending love to them in any particular moment, they can feel our love for them. And another thing they wanted us to know was that to remember to remember that we are energy, light energy, and love. And oftentimes in our life experience, we get some messages about ourselves. And sometimes those messages could be kind of upsetting. Someone might have put us down, someone in our family as we were growing up, or a stranger, or, might have said something that might have upset us or made us feel less than we are. And they wanted to remind us that we are a light, a loving light, and we're holding a an energy. We are an energy field, and we're holding a physical form, and we're holding a mental body as well. And these two parts of us sometimes are susceptible to receiving some of these messages that, if we accept them, then we might think that we are less than who we truly are. And they want us to remember that we are so much more. And so anything that we have heard over time, over linear time in our incarnation, in our life at this time, we can drop that. We can drop that now, because none of that applies to who we are. And we decide who we are. And so we can say, I no longer accept those words. I no longer accept that intention that was placed towards me. I no longer accept that thought. Because sometimes we carry those with us from our childhood, and we keep them in our thoughts, and we say them to ourselves. I no longer accept that. I allow that to leave my energy field now. And so by doing this, we free ourselves, we liberate ourselves from the lower vibrations that were, what's the word, forced upon us in that way, and that we did accept. So they were sent to us, and we accepted them, and we no longer need to do that. So that is one message that they would like us to know. We would like to talk to you for a moment about grief. Grief is a feeling of loss. Grief is a indicator. It is a messenger. Grief is a messenger that reminds us how deep our love is for someone or something. Grief it's important to face, to look at grief. It is important to allow it to process through us. And to come out the other side wiser, stronger, more resilient, and in having a true perspective of the depth of our love, the expansion of our love. And so, as grief can be described as painful, it has a light with it that shows us and gives us a perspective of the depth of our love that we are capable of feeling and showing. It often brings us to a place of appreciation and gratitude for what we had in linear time. It allows us to feel and if you feel so to do so at this time, we invite you to place your hand over your heart and acknowledge, if you are processing grief at this time, to acknowledge this grief. And we send you our love and we also remind you, as we did before a few moments ago, that we are with you. You are not alone when you grieve. It is important to remember to allow yourself time to slow down, to breathe, to honor the inhale and the exhale. This is part of the healing process that accompanies grief, as well as what we shared earlier. And so we share our heart love with you. We invite you to do the same. You can imagine the love in your heart emanating from you. To any who may be experiencing grief, either to any in this group or to anyone you know, or to anyone on earth, all is well. All is well. All is well. We will take just a moment . We invite at this time an energy like from the energy of the sun. And we invite this energy to come through the crown chakra. It's associated with a spiraling This energy that comes through, you're receiving it in a spiraling energy, a spiraling pattern coming to you through your crown chakra to your heart space, inviting, accepting, love, expanding, expanding this energy. May it emanate from you, bringing peace into the atmosphere of Earth. And this peace emanating around the planet, rippling out from you. You are a pinpoint of light. This energy emanating, rippling from you, joining other pinpoints of light, bringing peace into the atmosphere available for all, as if floating around, going where it is needed, this energy of love. Bringing peace to those who most need it at this time. In one belief system, it is described as peace that is not understood with the mind. It is a peace that does not come from social structures. It is a loving peace that may not make logical sense, but it makes all the loving sense and heartfelt sense. Much like light language makes perfect sense through the heart. We invite you throughout this transmission to continue as you wish to send this loving energy through you. Allow it to come through you from the cosmos, through your crown chakra, out through your heart. You can do this by setting an intention, and you do not need to consciously, constantly think of it, but to ask that this continue throughout this transmission or more throughout your day. This energy is much appreciated, needed, and you amplify it. We do not know if you have questions. We are happy and willing to answer any questions you may have, or we can continue bringing in messages.
And thank you so much for that. If you can pause for a few questions, that would be great. But we certainly would like to bask in more of that loving energy. That's amazing. I'm curious, can you tell us more about you being the collective?
We are a collective in alignment with the angelic realms. We are many. We are of many. You could describe it as different backgrounds, different purposes, different uh, explorations, and we collect, we congregate in with the intention of bringing the energies of the angelic realms to all places and times and peoples. We are described well as the love collective. For love is the highest good. Sharing love and bringing love. Does this answer your question?
Yes, very much so. That was more detail than what I expected, and it certainly gave me a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling when you were saying that. I appreciate this connection. Thank you. Wendy?
Hi, yes, thank you. I just wanted to say a deep thank you for the synchronicity and that I have especially these past I say well a little more than 4 weeks, but specifically in the last 4 weeks have been working through tremendous grief. And every time you breathe, I feel that connection to that unconditional love, that I know that that's what I'm feeling. And I know that it's the same feeling. It's the unconditional love is the same grief. And I just wanted to say thank you for the synchronicity of that, because I have been asking in all areas of from my guides for peace in my heart about this subject, about this specific feeling, and and moving through that, and also in the understanding that there is no separation and everyone is always still with us and around us, and the the human aspects of coming to terms with that. So I guess I just wanted to thank you for, I feel like this is helping me on many levels work through that. And the entire time, of course, that you're talking, I hear light language in my heart, in my head, in my mind, in my soul. And so that, because that's how I express my deepest self. And so thank you. I just wanted to say thank you.
The channel is grateful for your words. We Your your aura is expansive. Your energy field is expansive. It it is uh beautiful's not the enough. Love. Love is the right word. Expansive love.
I feel this. I feel the same. I just said this is going to make me cry.
I don't believe we have any questions right now. Did you have another message for us, please?
We will jump to 2028 with the many things that are occurring in 2027. 2028 will be a good, important time to be in gatherings. The the gatherings that you choose, if you set the intention to ask your guides to help you to find the right gatherings for you, the type of gathering is not necessarily important to focus on any type of gathering, a any specific type of gathering. It does not have to be religious or musical or ceremonial or even uh, a concert, or the gatherings that you are guided to. If you set the intention, you will find yourself in the types of gatherings where you will be with others who are of similar intentions and heart vibrational resonances. And these gatherings will be an important thing to be involved in for energy transmission. And so do not exclude one type of gathering because of what it is named, but follow your heart and intention to find which ones you can attend, and they can be a few people or thousands. And we just remind you that you have with you your guides, and you also have within you all that you need. Everything you need is within you. So as you explore, remember this. And we leave this with you. And thank you for your shared energy. We close. I was just waiting at the end to see if there was anything else.
Well, thanks for that and for bringing that wonderful session in. That was really cool. It's not often we get the focus on 2028.
um,
It's going to be a
it's
party.
yeah, it's funny because I kept thinking, I'm I'm always having this. When I go to channel, we're not going to say anything. And then there's always, uh, I'm always surprised.
Well, we always have high expectations and you always meet them or exceed them. So, and
They
and
do.
it's all just that angelic energy and perspective. I mean, they're just so comforting.
I'm glad that you can feel, I'm glad that to know that you can feel something because I feel something and it feels wonderful. And so it that makes me happy when other people say they can feel that too. And I guess that, if I were a benevolent being, that makes sense. That, I would send that energy, you know.
Yeah, I found it interesting when you said it was entering through the crown chakra. I saw a corkscrew, and then you said it's spiraling into your head. And I'm like, yeah, you got that one right.
Yeah, isn't that was incredible to me because I was like, okay, it feels like it's sun energy, you
Uh-huh.
know, and and then they just said spiraling and I was like, okay, it's spiraling in, and so that must be the spiral is so powerful and yeah, sacred, sacred, I
Hmm.
would want to say, yeah.
And
So
I found myself saying, "Well, I know what to do with this. I'm going to enlarge it and send it out." And then you said, "And you can send it out too." And I'm like, "Wow, did I get the script or what?"
that's happened to me before when someone has been doing a meditation just before, like they'll say, okay, I'll start doing something and they'll say, okay, now bring, the energy here. And then my hands will start moving towards my solar plexus or heart or whatever. And they'll say, okay, now bring it into your heart, and I'm like, so our guides know, they know what's happening and they're just, and I feel like that's such a great confirmation,
Mhm.
that it's not just Heidi talking to this group or Heidi talking to Ray. This is, our these are our guides guiding us. and
Mhm.
and that hasn't happened to me every time, but when it does, I'm really grateful for it because it's just kind of like a great confirmation that they got to get some work done. They're getting some work done in the physical realm. That's how I
Yep,
feel.
yep, through us. And I
Yeah.
thought it was interesting that one of the new improvements on Zoom is if you keep holding your hand up, that it raises your hand. And I was like, how is she turning her hand off while she's channeling at the same time? Three times. It was, oh, okay.
There is a way to turn that off, and I thought I had it turned off, but sometimes they do upgrades, and I think it turned it back on, like
Yeah.
it's a default.
Well, I think it's on my end. Well, I'm not sure if it's on your end or my end or both, but
Yeah, I can change it in my.
yeah,
Um,
I mean, I don't care. It wasn't disrupting or anything. I just thought it was interesting because your hand's up and the second hand's up. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, she's synchronistic.
If I do this, yeah, it's doing it right now. So I can, yeah, I can turn that off. Every time there's an upgrade, it does it again. So
Oh
it's
wow.
funny. That's funny.
Hey, it was just one of those things, you know. It was just brought more joy and smiles in. Cool. I got good notes too. Look
Good,
forward to those
good.
gatherings. My mind was starting to wander. Oh, big gatherings, little gatherings. Like I have a lot of them now, but I guess we'll have more in 2028 and they won't all be human.
I do feel like we will both receive and give energy in those. Like we'll be I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Like we'll be
Furring.
transmitting,
Yeah.
to each other.
It,
Because do
oh,
you
go
ever
ahead.
go into a gathering and at the beginning you're just like, you feel your third eye light up and everything's like just going. You can feel the pressure around your crown, and then it kind of subsides after a while. It's like you walk in and they're like, welcome, let's do some work on you. Let's share. I don't know, that's
Yeah, and in our future, I mean, that'll be something that just happens automatically.
hmm
And that's so cool because we'll be taking care of that unconsciously for the most part and supporting other people because that's our intent, right? And we're already connection with the higher selves of everyone who we encounter.
yeah, yeah.
That's what the hybrid children are coming to teach us.
I'm excited for that.
Me too. Me too. Anybody else have anything for Heidi? If not, we'll move to the open forum. Yes, Christine.
I really resonated with it, and I really felt that loving energy in my heart. And when you brought up the grief, I started to question, have I been feeling grief? And it was like, yes, I have been. I feel like I've been grieving past versions of myself and
Mhm.
still integrating this whole experience and process that I'm going through, that we're all going through. It's just really incredible. So I really resonated with everything that you said. And see, we're all growing so much, and I do believe that these sessions are truly helping me as they're helping all of us just connect with each other and let our gifts continue to grow by connecting our energy together every week. It's really amazing. I'm very
Mm.
grateful.
Thank
Thank you.
you. And I agree.
Thank you.
I think they see, our guides and they see like how much grief we process, you know,
Yeah, I
and
think they
like,
know they know what we need, so they put the right people like us together, and because they know that that's what I needed. And it's just the ripple effect is just amazing how I'm experiencing it every day. And just when I go to work and I get, strangers coming in for a manicure or pedicure, and within minutes I've got them sharing such amazing stuff with me that I know that they don't share with many people. Just it's incredible. And then I feel that connection with them, and I just know that they were there put in my path that day for me to do exactly what I was doing, was just being that space for them to share and know it's going nowhere, and they're getting the support and love and guidance that they need. And then being able to do it as a guided meditation as well. So today that happened. A man came in that I gave him a pedicure manicure for the first time a month ago. And I started talking to him about how I'm doing guided meditations now down in the salt room. And he seemed very interested in it. But I didn't think that he would actually make an appointment. Well, today, when I looked at my schedule and saw that he was in my schedule again for another manicure and pedicure, I was looking forward to seeing to him and talking to him about some stuff. But when I got into work and got the printout of my schedule, I saw that he was in with me for guided meditation right after the pedicure and manicure. And I was like, oh my God. So that's going to
Yay.
be like almost 3 hours with this man. So the pedicure and manicure, it was like just talking to him and kind of preparing him for what he's going to experience, maybe in the meditation. And it was just such an amazing experience because when I first saw it on the schedule, I got that immediate panic, like, oh, like am I prepared for this? Like I don't know. But then I just knew it will come. It's going to be fine, and went really great.
Well done, Christine.
Thank you. Yeah.
So you're doing manicures and pedicures and also offering guided meditation. Is this in a like a
Spa.
location or your home?
No, it's in a spa.
In a
They
spa.
do
Oh.
massages and facials and the manicures and pedicures. But you know what's really interesting? I've only
Love
been there
that.
over a little over a year and a half. And when I first started working there was two other manicurists working there, and I'm used to working by myself with a client. And so it got at first took me a while to get used to working with other people's energy and two other conversations going on at the same time. It was just like too much for me. Well, after I came back from the retreat that I went to in Maine, within 2 months, both of them quit. So now it's just me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. It was really incredible how that's all
Wow.
kind of, but it's all worked out because the manager has been wanting to change the spa into more of a wellness healing type spa. So it's like getting rid of the old energy because this place has been in business for 20 years, and now this the daughter's taking over and wants to change the
Cool.
yeah, so it's really so they opened this helotherapy
Boy.
salt room just in October. And when I came back from the retreat, I told the manager, like, let's put me on the schedule to do guided meditations in the salt room and offer that. But nobody's signing up for it because they don't know what it is. They're not promoting it too much. But even with that, I was like, it's okay. Maybe I'm not quite ready yet to do that as much as I would if people start scheduling. It's
Oh,
a
I
little,
think you're ready. You're
Yeah.
ready for
Yes,
anything that
you're
I
walks
think
ready.
into
you're
that door.
ready.
I mean,
It's
really, look
you
at the manifestation. I mean, you knew
Mm-hmm.
you wanted to work alone, and you manifested there
yeah,
by not, and you didn't have to do a thing.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
No, and I'm
Except, you know,
doing the manicures and pedicures for 34 years, and I gave it up for a whole year, and that was um, 3 years ago. And it was like a year of just going through the whole Dark Night of the Soul stuff. It was just crazy. And then I was like, what am I going to do? Like, how do I bring this spiritual stuff into my life in like doing work, doing what I know best? And
Mm-hmm.
all I knew
yeah,
was how to do nails. It's just like at 19 years old, I started, and it was like, I know I meant to be talking with people, but I just don't want to have to do their nails anymore. It's physically taxing on me. And
yeah.
when this place hired me, it was the manager had in her mind of where she wanted to see the spa in the direction she went in, that she wanted to go in. And when she saw on my resume that I was into consciousness and manifesting and healing and stuff, she hired me saying, look, I want to do workshops and stuff like that. And I was like all for it, but I still wasn't ready. That made me nervous. So the first year was just working there with those two other manicurists and just going through it. And but now
Wow.
it's all playing out as it should, when it should. So I just surrender to it, and whenever it's meant to happen, it will.
that
Yay.
timing is
That's
because it's
awesome.
like it's such a great pace that
Yeah,
it's
Mm-hmm.
all happening. Like it's happening. It sounds like it's happening at the perfect pace
yeah.
that it needs
I
to.
feel like it started to finally just kind of when the more and more I practice the surrendering, just stop putting the pressure on myself that I should be doing this by now. I should be doing that by now. I was putting so much pressure on myself that um, it was just too much. So once I surrendered to it and just like, it's okay. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm going at the pace that I should. I'm being given this time and I only work part time.
Well done.
I'm there just part
Wow.
time. Yeah.
Isn't
It's
it
real.
amazing? Like,
Yeah.
That's
oh,
great, Christine.
it's
Thank
like, you
you.
mean, you
Thank
mean it's
you.
okay to follow my highest joy and excitement moment by moment without any insistence of where it might go?
Somebody
Yeah.
should write that down.
I love that you could
Sounds
quote
so
that word for
familiar.
word.
And,
But it's
and
weird, it gets a little like I had an aha moment during last night's meditation on during Bright. So Anita, during
Mhm.
the meditation last night, when he brought us to the point of feeling the most excitement and happiness you've ever felt, it's like I was able to get myself there, but then I started to get this little anxiety feeling in my chest, and I was like, oh, like, where's that coming from? And it was like, I'm so afraid to let myself just feel happy and feel excited
Mhm.
about stuff because I'm so afraid it's going to be taken away from me. Because every
Yes.
time I do it, it's like I get it just, but I know now that I've been doing that to myself because of my own
It's
stuff.
your belief. You
Yes,
work on your belief. Yeah.
yes, yes. So the more
You
I
can
sleep,
change your beliefs.
no, I just sleep to the subliminals or I listen to affirmations or just really doing a lot of reprogramming and it's just incredible how it really works.
it's incredible to see your growth. I mean, in
Hmm.
such significant ways, Christine. It's wonderful.
Right.
And going back to something Heidi was talking about, we have all of these experiences. And I don't know about you guys, but it's like, okay, I'm getting this experience because I know I'm going to need this to teach this to somebody who's coming up soon. That kind of thing. How many times do
Right.
we get the information and then we turn around and use it almost directly?
Yeah.
It's like a concept or a love relay. You go, huh, and he puts it in your hand and you go off and you give it to somebody else. It's like, okay, I was there for that moment.
Pass it on.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Just like all of you.
Yeah,
What a wonderful
Exciting
place to play.
times. These are these are very exciting times.
Hmm.
really are.
Yeah.
And, and they'll get more exciting.
Oh, I found out I found out how I would react if I saw a triangular ship with light. So so I was driving along and and I saw a triangle in the sky with lights and I was like, "Oh, it finally happened." And it was a street light because there was another one and they were like all in the middle of the freeway. And I was like, oh, what was the purpose of that experience? But then
You prepare you.
I realized after that since
The
I had
excitement.
actually believed it in that moment, that
Hmm.
my reaction was like
Hey.
not like fear or anything like that. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm so lucky.
Well, it could have been pretending to be a street light.
Well,
Yeah.
after that, I had a dream. I had a dream about this triangular ship with lights. And
Mhm.
I remember in the
So,
dream going, how come I'm not having a telepathic connection to whoever's in there? And that's all I remember about the dream. So,
well, it's funny. I know Ray knows, and I'm sure most of you probably saw Starshine's picture of Bashar's ship.
Yep.
And the fact that he confirmed it in the hangout changed so much for me in that instant when I saw that. And now, in that instant, when I realized, oh my God, everything I've believed for the last decade or more, I have just been, I've created the reality for myself in which that has just been validated. That Bashar himself said, yes, that was me and that was my ship. You guys, that's the first time ever anybody has ever taken a picture and he said, yep, that was me. And I
Wow.
thought, for that moment, and I felt the awash in the most incredible love and validation and I just realized I was so excited to know that everything that I've been feeling and believing, like, you know, and and of course that was all manifested for anybody who's even, you know, remotely and excited about that idea, you know, and I still keep thinking about it, like, and so every time I look at the picture, I just get this overwhelming sense of, oh my God, you know, that is him, and he really did validate, you know, that was him, and it just really brought contact so much closer to
Hmm.
my heart,
It was a
and I thought,
picture.
wow,
Oh, I'm
Yeah, it's
sorry.
yes,
on the Susana
Sasana
Universe, Starshine. Yeah.
Universe on Facebook, her group,
And then
and
Bashar confirmed it.
yes,
Yep.
in just this past weekend, she
In
attended
Sedona.
his
Yeah.
event, and she got to get asked the question, and she asked, "Who
Wow.
was that?" And he said, "Yes, that was me. That was my ship. You have brought yourself to vibrate to the vibration in which you can see me." And I thought, she brought that vibration for all of us to confirm. And again, we're making it all up, right? We're all creating our own reality. But you know what? I was like so relieved in my own manifestation power that I was like, I got to create this for myself, that I got confirmation. Yes, it's him. He's there. I don't know. It just changed. It did. It really gave me a quantum leap.
Cool. And well said. Thank you.
That's
What
amazing.
fun. Yeah, it's like, you finally get tickets to your favorite performer, and all of a sudden somebody comes and they take you down front, and you're like, "Oh my God." And then you see him come up on stage and you're like, "Ah! Ah!" Or watching a kid graduate from college or high school or something,
I
or
was
the
so
military.
disappointed when when I figured out that it was just a street light. I was actually disappointed. So,
Uh,
It'll happen.
Yes, it'll happen for all of us. I mean, we're all going to be seeing these things on a semi-regular basis within 2 years. An open
If
contact's
everything
still going to
exists,
happen next year. So,
I mean, if everything exists at once, though, you
hmm
could have absolutely seen what you saw,
Hmm.
and
Mm.
then it wasn't. This is the thing about becoming fluid, more fluid in the idea of moving through parallel realities moment by moment. It's almost as if, because our vibration raises, we become more in sync with that idea that you're riding through different realities moment by moment, billions of times per second. You absolutely saw what you saw. There is no doubt about it.
yeah, I see what you're
And then
saying.
and then it was a street light.
yep.
Because it all exists at once.
I like
You
that.
saw, you completely saw a different dimension. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well,
None.
Bashar has said, if you see the ship, whatever ship it might be, not specifically his, but if you see it and you know that that's what it was, then that's what it
Then
was.
that's what it was.
Now, yes, like Wendy said, a moment later,
It's not.
maybe it wasn't, it's not anymore, but when you saw it, that's what it was.
Plus,
Hmm.
sometimes our physical mind has to say, nope, your belief systems, our physical mind says, nah, I don't know. I don't think that could really be true.
And what's even cooler is that you created the apparency of a bunch of streetlights that look like that ship because you created that too.
And
Yeah,
what you
Hmm.
may
because
have just seen, it could have been a whole fleet that you
when
just
I
saw.
when I saw the other ones, I was like, "Oh, that looks similar but not the same." And then I was like, "Oh wait, those are street lights." So, yeah. I mean, I love what you're saying.
Becoming aware
Yeah.
of the slipperiness is
Mhm.
part of the part of our what do I want to say, our gauge. to ourselves that things become, because time becomes slippery, because begin to understand we're the ones creating time.
Yeah.
And once we start to be, when our vibration catches up with that, it seems like it's all happening almost in real time for us, because now we've caught up to that vibration, in which that's a possibility.
I'm hearing
Yeah.
dipping your toes in the water to see how it feels.
Mm.
There you go. You dipped your
Yeah.
toe in the water to see, oh, wait a minute, how does that feel to step into a different dimension for a moment?
I swear I've felt that, experienced that quite a few times. It gets a little freaky. Like, oh, that anxiety and fear comes back, and then it's like, no, I go back into the
Cool.
other.
Way to choose. Heidi, are you still doing a lot of videos just for yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, whatever's best for you.
Both of
Well,
us
I've
there.
I've come to the realization that so right now, um, sometimes some of the messages that I get for me personally do translate into um, channeled messages here for others because I'm learning it's important when we get something that excites us or isn't or we feel like is that I should share it. So that's my way of sharing because it comes out again. And sometimes I forget about it and then it just comes up again. They're like, remember this? And, so, because I was surprised 2 days ago, I was surprised that grief came up because I was like, I'm not feeling any grief in the moment. But it came up and I was like, I got interrupted. So I thought it was closing and so I was saying that and then it was like, no, we have something else. And then they're like, we want to talk about grief. And I'm like, oh, I don't need I don't need grief counseling today. And then that came in and then it came in again today. So and now I know why. And you know, so it, I'm glad that it came in for the group. So
Yeah, it was good insight. And it was, it was kind of, for me, it was a little bit strange receiving all of this love energy talking about grief.
mm.
But hey,
Yeah, because
that's all you have to give is love. That's it. I guess we'll have to make do.
everything is love.
What fun.
Yeah,
Yes, definitely. Grief wears many jackets.
How true.
Yes, it does.
yeah.
And I don't know if well, the majority of you may have heard about us talk about Zariah, but she is kind of coming out of her self-imposed retirement and is doing a session on Sunday. So we will be having a split session, depending on what time she does hers. Then she will either be doing the first or the second session on Sunday, and I will be taking the other one. And the hybrid children want to come in again. They want to talk about the book and other stuff. So we'll work that around. But we'll have two different links because Ashling O'Donnell is going to do hers when she brings in Zariah, and then we'll switch over to ours. And yes, indeed, I will send that to you because we don't want you to miss out. But yeah, well, I'll share them both, not only on the Facebook page, but I'm in our messenger group as well.
I'm excited because I've seen that name before on Facebook, Zariah, but I didn't
It's
know. I don't think I've ever heard Zariah.
it's amazingly deep. It's like your favorite aunt or uncle has just pulled you off to the side and is talking with you.
Mm.
And it's Orion is a seventh density collective and a counterpart of Ashling. and Ash, if you want to go that way. And it's just amazing the details. That's who told me that, the hybrid children were the the return of the Christ energy back to Earth. There's probably four quotes from her in the book. So yeah, it'll be amazing. It'll be definitely an energetic time. Yeah, so if you can make it, please do, because I guarantee you'll be impressed. I put her up there with, Bashar and Ryoka and the other ones as well.
I'm checking my calendar for Sunday.
Yeah, well, and I'm verifying with her the time because we've had our time change and they haven't had theirs yet. So
Mm.
right now hers is scheduled for 8 Central Time, 9 Eastern, but we'll see how that works.
So
So
6 Pacific.
yeah, I'm staying up no matter what. So yeah, before they were normally at 7 Central Time. So we'll see if where the time change fits. Maybe they have theirs. Yes, Christina Anna.
Our clocks change this Sunday. Okay.
Cool. So
So you jump
I
ahead.
will let you know, yeah, how long it is before the meeting starts.
Thank you. I got the time mixed up today as well.
Oh,
Oops.
you were ready. You were ready for daylight savings time to end. Well, we're glad you made it.
Mm.
Yay, fun and good times. You're such a wonderful group. How can we not get hyped up seeing all these fun people we're connected with?
Yeah. Christiana, what time is it for you?
It is now 3:23 in the morning.
That's what I thought. I
Wow.
I just I think about you all the time and I think, wow, I still can't believe that you stay up for this. Like I'm always astounded at you, and I always think, geez, if I ever had a hangout, what time would be the best time for you? I'm just, you know,
And she goes
Well,
to work.
this is what I mean. I'm
going
just like,
is
how do you
because I
talk?
am blessed
Okay.
with a lot of home office, you see,
Yeah.
Good.
so I can have breaks and
I said 7 minutes.
sleep.
That's very exciting.
We appreciate you, Christiana.
Absolutely.
I
Yes.
appreciate you too.
Oh.
Oh,
It's a love fest.
I had
That's
this
what it's all
energy last
about, the
night
love.
as well of appreciation. I was at the pub and I was on my way home with two gay guys and I overwhelmed them a bit. Like out of the blue, I'm like, group hug. And they were like, oh, okay.
How funny.
Thanks for sharing.
Tell them.
How you doing, Wanda?
She's
Good.
yay.
Yay.
Hi, Wanda.
Howdy.
Always good to hear from you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not talking much. I've been talking all day. So I'm just listening.
Yep. No need to be sorry. Thanks for adding your attention and
Well,
energy.
not sorry. Just
Well, be authentic then, dang it.
I know. I can't believe I'm still hanging out.
Wish-
Actually, I've been in hangouts all day, so it's yeah, high energy, boy. Woo!
I come for the vibe.
That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. Coming for the vibe.
Woohoo.
Yep.
Cool. Well, we'll
Okay,
vibe up a
Heidi,
lot.
I just, you all please just give me a moment. I have to indulge myself. I've been immersed in this all day, but this one's for you. Liasamanoshi amalakando kuyasabali sinabi tiana koke si vishmi alevis moriando koshua mi ama ina yo ko ampaya soposhe si malia mayo moro koteve si bikir sore se si masava ishi kono ya yumanite amaleves variation ki kiarose amate kirisa fishi makite in kaya soprashina bilia sopresi amatoki ishana alavatokito amalia sonamashiano kutoa. Now understand, you guys, I don't know the words in English, what I just said. Lizimiasha kotokialavasmiana is just the voice of my heart, the voice of my soul. Elejimi tosavishmiana, but it's like it includes every part of me. Lisimi kontoyevishmelevasmaniano, alisimia sharakiana, atukalias balivishina, inte copa, simeshibilana. It's like I'm recognizing, like all of the places we've been, the level, the all of the times. I don't even know how to use the words. Like all of the dimensions that we've ever been connected with, like it's like I can feel it, like I'm acknowledging it, appreciating it, honoring it. And this is the thing about light language. I can't explain it any more than anybody else can. But I know where it comes from.
I
Yep.
could feel it just
Thank you
before
for the
you
beautiful
said,
gift.
and just before you said that, I could it was coming in behind my eyes, you know? The pressure came in.
I do know.
So that's funny that yeah.
Yep. And you put closed caption into the insane asylum.
Oh, I bet. I've thought about that, you know. And I've been speaking light language all day, so it's just been like, ugh, yeah, it's hard to explain, but yeah. But the whole time that we're hanging out, I can hear, like you said, it's like I hear it behind my eyes.
Yep.
It's like I can hear it in my head.
We get it. We're just glad you share.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for indulging me.
You know,
It's
I
quite
loved that.
spontaneous.
I loved your last session. What was it, the 19th?
Yeah.
That yeah, that Wendy and Dave
You know
and
what I will say though, Dave and I, when we listen back at it, we realized though that the handpan drum sounds fine, but the shamanic drumming in the recordings is very distorted and it bothered me. And I'm like, it bothered me a lot. So I'm like, it unless you have the absolute type of instrumentational microphonage, it but what I realized anyway, so but yes, the light languages and the energy,
Is there?
but
I'm
yeah,
sorry, but
the
isn't there
handpan
something
just
in
come through a lot better.
there's something in the sound settings I think that you can play
No,
live?
we did that.
Oh
And Dave
yeah.
and I, yeah, and we
Okay.
did the sound settings. It's just one of those things where now you realize why you musicians and bands, why they have as many mics as they do on all of their instruments, because we do the best we can in Zoom with what we're given, but nonetheless, I just wanted to say that too, that we and Dave and I've practiced with in all kinds of settings and etc. But nonetheless, I that's funny, and that's funny you said that though, because that I'm even talking about the drums, because when I realized the handpan comes through very nicely though, because it has a different vibration, a completely different vibration.
And there's noise cancellation
Exactly.
and echo cancellation because we have it on speaker, so we could both hear, and we haven't really figured out.
So yeah, there's just all kinds of things. But that brought me to, I think that was one of the reasons why I wanted to converse with you tonight without anything else in the background. I wanted to be as pure as it could be. And I'm just on my phone, so it's as good as it is on my phone. But
Yeah, because once
anyway,
it gets
thanks.
compressed by Zoom, then we're
Oh,
not getting this the near the quality that we're.
exactly.
Amen. That's why I have to go buy a little recorder that will connect into my microphone so I can do my audiobook. And thanks,
Ah,
Wendy, for
thanks.
that light language. That just really resonated. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad.
Mm.
I will continue
And
to
by the
follow my
way,
answers.
the way the drums
Yeah.
came in, I was in my car, I was driving, I was in LA, I was in a very humble, area, and there was lots of people around, and none of us had have lots of money. Mike, I don't. And I'm driving around, and just that it was for however long we did that, for 45 minutes. I was in my car. I finally arrived at my destination right when we stopped. So all
Wow.
of that energy went to all these beautiful people, and I just felt, I don't know how people in the cars next to me were feeling, but I was feeling love. Lots of love as I was driving through there.
And
So,
and that actually, that reflection back, just I thank you for sharing that, because that meant a lot to me too. It really did. Because we don't know who's listening and who's watching and who's crossing our path. We just never know. And so that was wonderful to hear and to know. Um, yeah.
Yeah. And we know that the sound quality isn't critical because the energy goes to where it has to go regardless. But, we like it to sound good as best as we can.
Yep, we
Yes,
get what
thank
we're
you.
supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for driving around where it was needed. That definitely meant a lot.
Perfect timing.
She took a show on the road.
yeah.
Right.
I was like, yeah, this is good. But yeah, when the drums came in, that's what I was going to say. When the drums came in, it was very deep, and I loved it.
And it sounded probably better live on Zoom than
I
in the
agree.
recording.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
it sounded good to us listening to it when we were live.
It's all about the intention.
Awesome hangout.
Man, I wish I
Well,
could pass
guys,
this around to you guys.
That crystal, I'm like, look at
that's
the size of
I
it.
know.
where did you get it?
Home Goods of all places, right?
Wow.
Uh-uh.
And I
Wow.
saw it, and I'm like, "You're coming home with me if that's all right."
Yes.
And then after I
Wow.
got it home, I saw the triangles in it, and I was like,
Is
"Oh,
it selenite? What is that?
um,
I,
y yeah, I think it is selenite. I
That's the
don't,
biggest piece I've ever seen.
I, y-
I
yeah,
bet that's
and
so.
well, and it's like there's a raw section on here, like that's not polished, so it's just like this side is, but it's bumpy still. So it's like it's shiny. So maybe when they separated it, it's a bunch of shiny layers put together. Oh yeah, it is, cause yeah, it's selenite. It's selenite,
can
cause
you see the lines? The
yes,
lines in it? Just
I
don't
can.
get it wet.
Yeah. Oh, I won't. Yeah, but yeah, it feels great.
That's awesome. As soon as you picked
So
that up, I was like, whoa, look at the size of that.
I know, and I every time I go there, I look for something, but I think they are catching on because they're selling things like this for like 20, 30, somewhere around there, $30. And
That's not bad at all.
if you went to a crystal shop,
Oh
Oh,
the
yeah.
yeah.
markup would be much more. So, but I don't know, I remember uh, um, Francis. What is he? His full name?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Reverend Francis Bay? No, did I get it wrong?
Yeah. No,
Brother
that's
That's right.
correct.
Francis Revels
Brother
Bay.
Francis. Brother Francis. Um, it was either when his mom or grandmother spoke. She told me and one other person that we needed to get some crystals and place them around our home. And I always kept that in mind, and then I thought, I wonder what that's going to be like. And I was imagining crystals.
Right.
And then in about the space of I want to say 4 or 5 weeks, I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large pieces, kind of
Wow.
like, one is a tower and two are
Cool.
like bookends, and I've put them all over my house. So it's like the grid, and now I think back to him, and it was the grid that he said, put a crystal grid in your home. I'm like, well, this is it. So
Dave said, funny how they found you.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, but isn't it? See, that's a perfect example of how manifestation is so simple.
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't have any
Mhm.
resistance. You just said, oh, okay, I need to find some crystals. Well,
Mhm.
everything is supposed to be that simple,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that
And it was like,
easy.
oh, I can afford
All of it.
that.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the bookends were like $15.
Wow.
They're also like big. They're but they're also, I guess this crystal must be the right crystal for me. So they're both like this
Wow.
size. Oops.
That's so sweet.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So this one's very sparkly. Anyway,
Hey, Dave and I love crystals, so we're good, you know.
what is that? I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. The yantra, the
Oh, yeah.
the train.
That is a
That's
yantra.
that's what this reminds me of. All these overlapping triangles.
Mm.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's what that
So how
reminds
did
me
they
of.
get? Okay, so there's did they carve triangles into the selenite? Or
It's
is it
just the
I
just
think it has to occur naturally.
it.
they
Yeah.
just appear naturally?
I don't know if you can even see them. Oh, it disappears.
No, yeah, the background makes it go away.
Oh,
Wait,
there we go.
do you
Oh,
see how
yeah.
they're overlapping in there?
Right. Wow.
It's neat, huh?
Very cool.
But that's what
Very,
it
very cool.
reminds me of, these overlapping triangles of the yantra. So it's all love.
Well, guys, I'm sorry, but I've got to go. It's getting late for me.
Good
Take care.
night.
Have a nice evening.
Night. So glad to see you.
Bye.
Bye.
And good night. I heard that.
Mhm. It's getting late here too, so I'm going to say good night.
Yep.
It was a lovely evening. Thank you, Heidi, for
You are
your
welcome. Thank you.
sharing and sharing. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you so much. Yep. We're going to go to. Good night, everyone. It was wonderful. It's been exciting. Thank you so much, Heidi.
Night
Thank you all
all.
for your energy.
I'm gonna go too, so